Hello everybody on YouTube, this is Super Nintendo and welcome back to another episode of Super Mario Sunshine. In the last episode, we finished up a bunch of stuff, getting all the blue coins in Peanut Park, finishing up that area actually, and getting all the blue coins and Shrine Sprites of the other areas. This time we're going to be staying here in Delfino Plaza, trying to clean up all the blue coins in this area that we can currently obtain. There's one that we cannot get until the end of the game, but, you know, them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. So, yeah. I guess while we are doing that, though, I can kind of talk about some other stuff. So recently I have been replaying some of the old God of War games because I really do like the old God of War games. And I kind of realized something when kind of going through them and God of War 2018. Which currently I've only gone through once, but because I played it for the first time within the last couple months. But the game is just not that great. Like, the 2018 really isn't that great, and the reason for that is like a few reasons. One, the story has no fucking, like, there's nothing to get invested in the story. Because, like, in the story, you're just kind of going to this random fucking mountain, just to spread the ashes of your dead wife, who the game never tells you anything about. And you are being saddled with Boy, who does not talk like he is a character who belongs in the world of God of War. And, oh yeah, speaking about the world, suddenly, even though Kratos was in the Greek pantheon in God of War 3, you know, because, like, that's the most recent game in the whatever, suddenly he's in the Norse pantheon. And within the game itself, there's no explanation as to how the fuck he got there. You know? And, like, some might say, oh, well, it's explained in a comic book. You know, yeah, and that's kind of the problem, is the fact that the game does not really communicate anything that is actually worthwhile about the story through the game itself. You know, it's expecting you to have read a fucking comic that is outside material, first of all. If your fucking comic book, like, if you're gonna have a fucking story, especially a continuation of something that has existed for a long-ass time, like God of War, then I expect there to be, like, if you're gonna be telling a story, then have the story all in one medium, you know? I shouldn't have to read a fucking comic just to feel invested in your fucking video game, right? Like, and here's the other thing, too, because I have done, Sly Cooper. I have done, like, that game, on my channel. Like, Sly Cooper has comic books, too. But you know the difference? Sly Cooper's comics are literally just extra material that is not needed to understand the plot of the game. You know, the first comic book for Sly Cooper was just a bonus tale. It was the fucking thing of, like, them trying to steal the world's most, like, expensive bar of chocolate or something like that. And then, like, the second one was them, like, tracking down members of Sly's father's gang and, like, kind of getting some information on that. And, like, the relevant information of Sly Cooper's father's gang's members, that's actually told to you in Sly Cooper 3. It's, like, the relevant information to that story is told to you in the fucking game. You know? And it just... It boggles the mind that, like, they do shit like this. That is, like, you're gonna have all this irrelevant information that's kind of needed to understand, to feel invested, not necessarily to understand, but to feel invested in your fucking story. Just locked away in a comic book that most people who are buying your fucking game are not gonna read. You know? Like, it's so fucking stupid. It's like the Sonic games do this too, where, like, Sonic, but they also do it really poorly, where, like, they have, like, for example, Sonic Frontier, or Sonic Forces, for example, they have a comic book where they kind of explain where Eggman got the Phantom Ruby, right? And, like, where Zero came from and what he is. That's also explained in a comic book. But, like, the comic doesn't really give a good explanation for anything. How did Eggman get the fucking Phantom Ruby? He found it. It was just randomly on his doorstep. You know? It's like, reading the comic doesn't really give you that much more information than just playing the game, you know? And, the stuff with, Infinite also just doesn't even line up with what the game is telling us. Because, like, the game makes it seem like he is, makes it seem like he is like a robot or something. Something Eggman designed. But, god damn it. But, like, that's not the case at all. He's just some, like, bounty hunter mercenary guy who, Eggman beat the shit out of, and he's like, hey, you want a job? I'll give you a job. And, like, here's the Phantom Ruby. Whatever you see in the ruby can be yours for the nominal price of killing Sonic. God damn it. You know? And, like, beyond just the fact that the story sucks, because, like, a bunch of other stuff that happens in the game just, like, it has nothing to do with you. Like, Boulder having, like, mommy issues because, like, she made him immortal, made him, like, invulnerable and shit like that. Is, like, that has nothing to do with you. And it's like the whole fucking reason he shows up in the first place has nothing to do with you, as we find out later. You know, that it has nothing to do with you. Like, it's just like, oh, the barrier that Faye or whatever put up is gone. So, like, because Faye apparently is a giant, like, Boulder thinks that, Kratos is the giant. So, he picks a fight with Kratos and loses, you know? And, like, everything else that happens in the game is just shit happens. It's just random shit that doesn't involve you. And Kratos just gets involved anyway because, boy. You know? And here's the weird thing about the story, by the way. I've seen a lot of reviews, both positive and negative, for the game. How, like, universally, the things that are praised in God of War 2018 is the shit that has to do with Kratos. The stuff that has to do with his past, with his grief, with Zeus. You know, with Zeus and Athena. You know, that's the stuff that is universally praised. Like the trip back to the home where, like, he gets the Blades of Chaos. You know, the flashback with his boss fight with Zeus in God of War 3, where he has the gods of the Blades of Chaos for some reason, even though he had the Blades of Exile at the time. Which I think is just because they didn't model the Blades of Exile in 2018, and that's, like, they were just using what they had, because, like, the Blades of Exile and the Blades of Chaos, they look similar enough that, like, the average viewer, player, whatever, would probably just think they're the same thing. You know, shit like that. It's like, that's the stuff that is universally praised. And, like, yeah, that's good shit. But it also is, like, 5 minutes, if even that, of the game. You know? It's like, it's really telling that, like, I don't know. Like, there's a point where, like, Boy finds out he's, like, part god. And, like, at first, he takes it kind of just, like, as, like a little kid would, right? He is just kind of... He's just like, oh, I'm a god, huh? What kind of stuff can I do? You know, it's like, can I shapeshift? Am I gonna be super strong like you? And other stuff like that? Because, like, he's curious. He doesn't really understand what he can and can't do, you know? But then, like, later on, after he has, like, this really nice bonding moment with Kratos, where, like, they share some booze or whatever from Kratos' homeland, he suddenly changes for no reason to be this just supremely arrogant douchebag, where he is just, like, not listening to Kratos and even attacks Kratos at one point. Where he is just, like, the most unlikable fucking prick. Just constantly saying, whatever, 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 whatever. You know, it's just this... It's so fucking unlikable. It's so irritating to sit through. To a point where he even, goes out of his way to just kill one of the sons of Thor. You know? And, like, you would think, like, oh, he's the son of Kratos, and he killed a god, you know? Like, isn't that, like, something that you would want? But it's like, it comes out of fucking nowhere, because Boy has not killed anything in the fucking story, you know? Like, the only things he's ever killed are things that were already dead, like, Draugrs. You know, because, like, they're treated as though they're, like, undead zombies or whatever. You know? So, it's just, like, it comes completely out of nowhere. And he's just doing this for no reason, really. It's just, I don't know. There's even a point where, like, Kratos is like, there are consequences to killing a god. How do you know? How do you know? It's like, dude, he's a god, and you saw him kill the other son of Thor earlier. And, like, Kratos only did it because, like, the son of Thor, I forget it. I forget his name. But, like, he only did it because, like, he was about to, you know, kill them. It was kill or be killed. But when Boy killed, the other son of the other son of Thor, you know, it was just out of nowhere. You know, like, he didn't do, especially since the other son of Thor was already, like, half dead. He was already beat to hell. You know, he wasn't really a threat. He wasn't even doing much of anything other than just being like, this is all your fault. I'm this badly hurt because of you or whatever. Like, he wasn't really doing much of anything. Now that we have this many coins and we already have all of the... Oh, there's one more blue coin somewhere, but we'll probably get it as I'm continuing to rant. Anyway, the other son of Thor, he was already, like, halfway dead, right? And the thing is with, like, the kind of talking about the oop, one, so kind of talking about, like, the other thing is, like, the older games kind of get stereotyped in, like, this really unneeded way where, like, people think that they're just, like, hack and slash. Like, you just button mash your way to victory, right? And that's not what the old God of War games are at all, you know? And it really is just pure stupidity that people argue this, you know? It does not make sense at all that people do this, and we're already 99 fucking coins, Jesus. And, like, it does not make sense that people stereotype the games to that degree. And, like, the games themselves had great stories, you know, like God of War 4, or the God of War series, leading up to, like, they were all great stories, and even God of War 3, like, Kratos was not just some kind of heartless monster, like, people, like, some kind of heartless monster that hell-bent on nothing but vengeance, like people think he is in that one. Like, to a degree, you know, I guess I could see that kind of interpretation, but even in God of War 3, like, he has other emotions and stuff. Like, there are multiple points in the game where Kratos like informs these other gods, these other divine characters that we don't have to fight. They're like, I have no problem with you. I'm only after Zeus, you know? Like, for example, right before his fight with Hercules, you know? He even says, like, we do not have to do this, Hercules. Like, this fight is not between us. And the only reason that boss fight happens at all is because Hercules will not back down. Hercules just wants to prove his mettle against Kratos. And that's it. That's all he wants to do. And it's because of that the fight between him and Hercules happens. You know? And this happens multiple times in the game. Like, for example, when he's fighting against, like, when Hermes shows up. Kratos is more than willing to just be like, I don't want to, I don't have time to deal with you. I have no problem with you. You can just fuck off. Or whatever. And it's only because Hermes is being a fucking asshole that Kratos fights him at all. Yeah, it's only because, like, he's being an asshole that Kratos fights him at all. And this happens multiple times in the series. And, I think it's, God of War Chains of Olympus. I think that's the one that has this scene where, like, normally the QuickTime events are only there to, like, show Kratos fighting, trying to kill these mythical creatures and monsters and stuff. But, like, there's a scene in one of the games, I think it's Chains of Olympus, I could be mistaken, where Kratos has to, like, push his daughter Calliope off of him. And you have to use the QuickTime event, you have to mash the circle button to do it, showing that it takes, like, all his strength just to let go of his daughter, because, like, something's, like, she's in Valhalla or something, and, like, something's gonna destroy Valhalla. And Kratos has to go and like, fight it to save Calliope. And the fact that, like, it takes all of his strength to let go, to pry his daughter's, like, off his arm, off his leg, to do this, the same boundless strength that lets him face off against the gods. Just to do this, it really does, like, speak to his character. And it's not even just that either. You know, like, there's numerous other examples that you could pull from to showcase that the old God of War games are so much better in terms of storytelling. But, like, one of the other things, I will get off this topic right after, like, just one more thing I want to bring up, is Kratos' voice in God of War 4 does not fit him. He is just this monotone, bored-sounding asshole throughout the whole fucking game. And it is so irritating that he is like this. It is so fucking irritating that he is just this monotoned douchebag throughout the whole fucking game, that it doesn't feel like he has any emotion at all, except for when he gets really angry. then he has emotion, you know. And it's like there are some points where he does have emotion, but throughout the majority of the game, Kratos is just this really monotone fucking douchebag, and it's after so many games with him where he actually, you know, has emotions, it just does not bode well. You know, it just doesn't feel right that they do this. And I don't even know what to really say else on the matter. I just don't feel like the new God of War games really are all that great. And like I've seen footage of God of War Ragnarok. It doesn't look like it's any better. Like, especially like the cutscenes and whatever. Like, Boy just does not feel like, he still does not feel like he belongs in this world. But I digress. I digress. Let's go in the pipe. This one is really cool because it's got like all these individually rendered grass things. Like, it's got all these like individually bits of grass. So it almost kind of feels like Mario's a Pikmin. A Pikmin with a water gun. Oh, you saved me. Thanks a bundle. Okay. There's a blue pokey over there. You gotta squirt water at him and make sure that he is all dizzy before we boop him. Make sure you do not use up all your water here, because that will be very, very bad. Come here, you stupid red bird. Come here, you Richard Grayson. Damn it. Come back here. I hate these birds. I hate the birds that you have to spray to get coins. Like, out of all the things that they do in this game, like, that's easily just the one thing that I'm just like, why? Why do you do these things you do? Especially here, where you have just so much limited water. Come on. Come back here. There we go. I know what you're probably thinking with that fire geyser, and no, if you put it out, you are not going to be getting any red coins. However, there's this watermelon block that if we smash it with our bootay. Whoa, that was close. We can get ourselves... Oh, be careful of those black squares. Those are bottomless pits or holes or whatever in the thing. Same thing with that box over there. You will fall to your death if you do that. Where is the last two? There's a pokey over here. Alright, where is the last one? Ooh, that was close. Oh, right. Blue pokey. Remember, these things go on a range. If you get too close, then they will burrow themselves and send all kinds of dirt and nuts and stuff at you and try to hurt you. Oh, right. Right. It says there are 40 shine sprites in this area. I think most of them actually come from the blue coins, because I think those actually do count as Delfino Plaza blue coins. Well, shite. Well, fuck it. Get ourselves another shine sprite. There are 2 more shine sprites in Delfino Plaza left, and I think one of them we actually can't get until the end of the game. So, how about we do the one remaining one that we have left to get. I'm going to start a new recording real quick, because I've been going on for 35 minutes currently. And as this will be the last one, this one will be kind of a longer one. So, I will see you guys in a sec. Okay, first thing you want to do is grab yourself a Yoshi. Then, once you have yourself a Yoshi, you want to get on a boat. Since Yoshi is not able to get in water, you need to get on a boat. Then, you want to get all the way to that island and wait for that boat to come around. There are plenty of coconuts for you to eat, so your Yoshi should not disappear. Because that's another thing that I forgot to mention, that if the juice meter dissipates, then Yoshi will disappear. So, I'll see you guys when the boat comes back. Alright, now that we're on this boat, we just want to ride it until a certain point. So I will speed this up for you guys.
Lives the smartest boy you've ever seen, but he blows his experiments to smithereens. That is the loom that doom while things go boom in Dexter's lab.
Okay. Now that we are here... God damn it! I was afraid that was gonna happen. I was afraid that was gonna happen. It's really easy to overshoot jumps with Yoshi. Okay, I will be right back. Yoshi wants another mango. Well, we're gonna have to wait, because that fucking boat is going the wrong way. No! third attempt riding this fucking boat. Yoshi, why are you allergic to water? Yoshi juice for everybody. Okay, I managed to get on the second boat this time. Hopefully, that means we're a little bit closer. Or I guess this is the third boat, depending on what route you use to get here. But, hopefully, this means we're almost done. I'm making this seem like it's a lot more excruciating than it is. I've been here for a little over 10, a little under 10 minutes currently. Just doing this, but still, third attempt. That bird is walking on water. That bird is Jesus. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ was a golden bird. He was a Super Saiyan bird. Okay. Now, let's go in the pipe. That's all we needed Yoshi for. Can Yoshi go in the pipe? Thank you. Now, the infamous Poison River. I almost said Poison Liver. This mission, I really don't think is all that bad. Is it challenging? Sure. Yeah. Is it the scourge of the internet like people like to say it is? No, I don't think so. Yeah, it's a little challenging. Yeah, it's trial and error. But you know what? It's really not that bad, because by the time you're actually doing this, you probably already have quite a few lives. And probably already died. I need to move my seat so I can have a better view. Just go left and right. Not all that difficult. I say as I have already died like 3 times. You can get that one up if you really want. And don't forget, you also have your hover nozzle. You know, like here. We already got it. We already got the thing. Don't go in that pipe. It's a beginner's trap. If you really do need to try it again, just jump in the water. It'll take you right back to the start. By this point, you probably already have quite a few lives. You know, like, it's really not that bad. We had 49 going into this. We have 45 right now. I lost 4 lives doing this. On my 5th attempt, we did it. It's not that hard. But I think that will do it for this episode. Next time on Super Mario Sunshine. Well, we have 3 options of where we can go. We can go to the glowy light. We can go up there to that big orange pipe up there. Or we can go into the pineapple hole. So, I'm going to leave you guys in suspense as to figure out which one we are going to be doing. Because even I don't know which one we're going to be doing. I have not decided. So, yeah. one of those will be the areas that we do next. So this will be Super Nintendo, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
A 70-centimeter square window.
The skies a bit clearer today, the rain has passed me by. I went and opened up the window again, I can't remember why. The sighs that I kept pinned to the walls have flown out of the room. Soon I'll find my way to you. I have always kept thoughts of you inside.